Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you gameplay of my Schemes over Teams Survival Tournament. I'll go into my experiences of actually trying to run a tournament for the first time. Going to be going against Trent Jensen 44. I'm using the Jaguars. He's obviously using the Cleveland Browns. He's using West Coast. I'm using run and shoot, and he's using New York Giants as his defense. I'll be using the Jaguars as my defense. So this actually turns. This is going to be a very good game. It does come down to the fourth quarter, and it's a very big defensive battle. And this is going to be one of the better games that I'm showing. So right here, basically, I'm actually just trying to set up my audibles, get my defense set up. And to be frank, you know what I mean, whenever time I play subscribers, I get nervous because I've got a lot of people that watch me, and I always want to try to be as successful as possible, or at least be competitive. So I'm actually just struggling to try to set up my audibles here. So I'm not actually getting the play set up correctly the way I want to for the setup. So right here he's out of single back form. He actually goes ahead and does a counter play. Very unusual to see a counter like that. He motions his guy over, and then he actually comes back with this type of a set. He goes on a little route right here and actually throws right in front of a couple of my defenders and actually gets a nice little completion. I'm going to cover two shell right here. He's got basically four wide receivers. Hit him with the pressure off the edge. Pressure. This is basically a defensive scheme I actually stole from someone that's participating in this tournament. His name's Sakula. And it basically forces people to get out of their comfort zone. So right here, this is a good dot. Right here, a little corner route. He had a complement of the route on the backside, so nice little dot right there to go ahead and get a first down. So first and 10 situation, 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Probably one of the better runs of the game right there. Actually, he does a little outside run, picks up about 3 yards. Back to the man blitz right here. I've got basically Claude Flats off the edge. This guy would basically Trent like to use a lot of motion. And I think he was actually trying to determine the coverages with this, but pressure comes off the edge. Once again, I'm sending 7, so you're going to have to block 7. I'm going to go ahead and put him in a situation where he's going to have to do that. So another little dot right here. Actually, I don't think I had a coverage out there with like a cloud coverage, so he actually got me in a good play right there. So now I'm actually looking at the seam, tries to run again. Look at the broken tackles by Chubb. What I was concerned about playing against the Browns was Chubb, if he's going to be able to run all over me. And right here actually hits a nice little post route inside in front of my coverage right there. So you know, he wasn't very successful running with Chubb, and that was one of the things I was really concerned about because I didn't really want to get out of my defensive shell and actually go into an all-out man or basically run-stopping defense. So fortunately for me, he liked to throw the ball a little bit and actually made it a little bit better for me. So right here I actually put up some yellow zones out here and actually hits a nice little dot underneath with his money play down in the red zone. So first series with me on offense. I'm running this run and shoot offense. It looks like he's bringing the house against me. I find the seam. I'm able to go and hit him for a nice 20-yard completion with DJ Chalk right down the middle of the seam. He just gave it to me, and I figured he's going to go ahead and take that shot. Right here, I try to go and throw a quick out. I want to try to establish those sidelines against him, and the ball was overthrown by Falls. Not something in a really good situation. Now I got a little slant on the inside and actually throw it to the outside. He came down with his defender to take away the slant, but I think I was looking to the out of the entire time. So right here's the smash concept. I'm looking for a cover 2 shell. I'm going to be able to get a one-play touchdown right over the middle, and then my check down is going to be underneath or in the corner route. He actually let the seam. I could have probably lobbed the ball above him to get a touchdown, but I decided to go ahead and just check it down and go with the high percentage pass, just because I'm trying to go ahead and establish things underneath. So right here, once again, he's in cover 2. I'm streaking up this guy. This is going to be a one-play touchdown opportunity. And look at the click on right here. Click on with Burnett. He's able to go and come down with it and actually go ahead and get an interception. That's the right read. It was the completely right read. If I would have passed that lead that ball over a little bit over to the left, I probably would have had a touchdown. But I do not think that was a bad decision. Even though he got an interception, it was the right read, the right decision. So here he goes with a little flat route. He's able to go ahead and come down with it and actually get the ball out of the red zone. I'm thinking massive pressure right there. And then once again, he actually goes with a run. Very committed to the run. Trent didn't want to get away from it. He wanted to try to establish that. And obviously, when you got one of the better running backs in the game, you want to go ahead and try to establish that too. The funny thing is, I'm using Jaguars. They have a very good running back, but my entire scheme is very pass-orientated with this. So actually, he throws into a coverage. Actually, my cloud flat was a soft squat that actually played that perfectly. And he throws to the inside and able to go and get a nice little completion and get a turnover. So right here, I missed my reads. He actually took away my route underneath, and I missed my reads up top. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just wasn't really feeling good with my reads right here. So I've got basically a streak concept. I've got basically a motion slant. I've also got the out. I was really eyeballing the motion slant out and just threw my ball right in front of his defender and able to go and come down with it. So 3 minutes and 3 minutes or less than 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm just chewing the clock down as much as possible. He's not conserving any kind of clock, so I'll be happy to go and chew this clock down, settle for 3 points, get the ball in the second half, and just try to go ahead and go up by a possession against them. So I'm feeling pretty good about this situation right now. It's been a defensive battle. A couple changes of hand back and forth, but 2 interceptions, but I'm getting the ball in the second half. So going to spread formation, something I really haven't showed him. I've got an out off to the right. I've got a smash concept off to the right, and then I've got the out off to the left. I'm going to go ahead and hit that out. If he's going to do off coverage, I'm going to go and take that. Smash concept once again with an in. I'm going to be looking for the streak over the top, and I've also got the underneath route. And right here, he gets a block shed off my tackle. My tackle was just not working. So 2nd and 21 situation. I'm thinking about stretching the ball and motion out Lee to kind of give him a look right there. And I'm looking to the post. Actually, he was using it and froze me up, and then Garrett's able to go ahead and get sacked me again. So that's 2 sacks in a row. 3rd and 31 situation. I thought about doing a draw play against him, but I figured I'm going to have to go for it, and right there, another sack by Garrett. So I'm just going to go and pump the ball away. There's no reason for me to give him cheap points, make him earn the points, and look at this terrible punt that I make. And I actually bump into him, so I give him 315 yards, but he actually takes the ball down to the 6-yard line with the return, the 7-yard line with the return. So I go into an all-out coverage. I think this is a cover 9 coverage, just to try to go ahead and mess him up a little bit, but he actually dots me up into the end zone, going up 14-3. I'm down by 2 possessions. Plenty of time left in the clock, but this is not a good way to go ahead and be in this in a competitive game, especially when you're playing subscribers and you're actually hosting a tournament. What I'm thinking in the back of my head is like, man, I do not want to get bounced out of my own tournament in the first round. That's just not a good situation. So psychologically, I'm really concerned right here. He's got a cover 3 shell right over the top. I'm going to go ahead and stay in this particular play. This is a little money play, and Chalk is, I think Conley's over the top of him and able to go ahead and catch it over his user and get the ball into the end zone. So 2 plays and the next possession, able to go and get this game a little bit closer. Go for a 2-point conversion. I miss the triangle. Triangle was wide open. I threw the wrong one receiver. Actually, my read was triangle, but I actually threw the wrong receiver, and he picks the ball off. Fortunately, I don't give up a cheap 2 points, but back on defense again. So this is defensive running, a lot of a pinch buck, sending 7 people. This guy was running, Trent was using a scheme that just was like his offensive scheme was not a good match for the way I was running my defense. Now I jump into basically the cover 2 blitz, and the reason I like this, and I'm actually using this, is because those linebackers, inside linebackers, actually play the slant routes. So a lot of people that I've been playing against actually try to use slant routes as a counter to my heavy blitz scheme. Then I go into cover 4 right here. I'm looking off to the right side. Nice little post route. He actually hit it perfectly. I should have used that away, but I thought that I think I had basically Beckham on my other side, so that's why I was focusing on the other side. So I probably should have put some kind of a zone over on the left-hand side. So 1st and 10 situation. Going to show him a cover 2 shell off the other side, get the pressure off the side, almost intercept that with my defensive back, but he's able to come down with it. 2nd and 6 situation. I'm going into this cover 3 look. I'm using a cloud flat coverage just to try to get the guys to the sidelines right here. He throws into my defensive tackle. He actually goes and swats the ball away, but that just makes him guessing a little bit. Now into the cover 2 shell. This is the blitz. This cover 2 pinch blitz. I just want to have those middle linebackers fall back into some of the passing lanes right there. And actually, he throws into pass by coverage. That's just a bad pass. Just completely bad pass. I think he made the right read, but I don't know why that ball sailed on him, and that's just one of the bad things about playing with quarterbacks that are not really high rated. So right here, he actually put a buzz zone. This is my cover 3 beater play. I keep it in my scheme because once I catch someone in a cover 3, I can hit them. And then right here, I'm actually going with the spot route, the stick route. He actually ran commit. That's why his defenders pulled out of the way. So I'm actually going up by a field goal. So 5 minutes and 52 seconds left. Plenty of time for him to go ahead and get the ball down, either to tie it up or do the go ahead score. And this is a slant that I was concerned about. A lot of players that I use, the way I run this defense is that they're going to use a slant on the backside. And let's go and see with the adjustment right here. Chubb gets his that's I think by far the best run they actually had the entire game. So you can see I actually put a hook zone on the left hand side to kind of take away that slant route, just to get in the passing lane, and then I'm just using the 2 safeties off the left hand side. And he actually had basically a concept right there where he basically had a wide open tight end, but he missed it. He was throwing to the backside with the soft squat. So once again, he's running basically an offense that really kind of caters to the way I'm running my defense. I've got that vert on the backside that he's gonna cover. So he makes an adjustment. I jump out of my coverage. I think I go into cover 4 right here. All my coverages fall back. This guy was just eating the cover 4 up. Trent knew exactly what to do against cover 4, at least with a fast read. 3rd and 2 situation, getting down to about 4 minutes. Gonna go ahead and send the dogs after him right here. He's got basically 1 receiver off the left. I'm gonna go ahead and man up my corner on the tight end, and I think I actually just put a hook zone over the middle right here. And basically right there is a nice little hitch route. That was a good adjustment. You didn't have a lot of time to wait for these long plays to develop, and because I had my guys off coverage, just put them kind of in a bind. So this is a first screen. He actually ran during the game, and Chubb's able to go ahead and get the ball down to a 2nd and 1 situation. So I go back once again to the aggressive man blitz. I've got the squat flats. This time I actually go ahead and do a press look just to kind of mess them up a little bit, and I get a nice little inside block shed to get him in a 3rd and 3 situation. So now I go ahead and jump into this cover 3 shell, and I cross man the back safety right there. So I basically want to go ahead and play the underneath, and if he tries to go ahead and tack me up top, I'm going to go ahead and take that away. He throws up into the deep 3rd, and as a result, my defensive back actually plays it perfectly. I don't know what his read was on that, why he got rid of that, but that really was a good choice. So now I've got the vert hook on the back end side. He actually motions his guys over to go through the trips. I'm going to go ahead and man up Landry with my corner, and basically go ahead and still got the pressure across man the safety. I'm not going to be worried about the running back because he's going to block. And then right here, actually, I throw in the passing lane, and I get a lucky animation. So that's probably the hugest play right there. Hit him with just a slant underneath. Because he had to defend the stretch with the deep balls that I'm hitting, now the underneath routes are going to open up for me. So I hit a little deep out right here, and I'm just working this clock down as much as possible. And he's not taking any of his timeouts right here. So I've got chalk in the middle. I'm looking for a cover 2 shell. I've got Lee underneath. He actually has to carry the over the top, so I'm going to take Lee underneath and actually pick up another 9 yards here. And I'm just chewing the clock as much as possible. He is not taking any timeouts, and I can understand why he probably wouldn't want to do that, but I don't really completely understand it. Now I'm chewing the clock down completely. I take it down right here, and he probably should have took a timeout earlier, but right there I go ahead. He takes his first timeout, 29 seconds left. I'm just going to go ahead and just try to keep this as conservative as possible. I'll take his timeouts, take the 3 points, and force him to go ahead and score a touchdown on with limited opportunities. So right here, go with slants, take off my quarterback. I'm holding the button to make sure that I'm securing the ball, and right there I settle for 3 points, going up 20-14 against Trent. So he's only got a couple plays left over. All you have to do is just a deep blue zone right here. Right there, don't get an interception. He's only got 1 play left. He needs a miracle play. Probably should have tried running it in this type of situation because I was going with the deep blues, and right there I'm able to go and pick it off. This is the stupidest play that I actually did in the entire game, is actually trying to go ahead and return that. That was stupid. Just drop down. Don't give yourself an opportunity to go and give someone an opportunity to get a fumble and take it the other way. So able to go ahead and get a victory in my first tournament against Trent. This was defensive battle. It really came down to getting those stops. That one play where my guy got in the passing lane to go and deflect that ball, and he had a couple of bad throws by his quarterback, by Mayfield, and that was pretty much the difference of the game. So once again, to my subscribers, thanks for your support, guys. I'll be trying to roll out more of these tournaments for you guys, and show you and play my subscribers so you guys can get a chance to play me firsthand. So once again, thank you for your support. Until next time.